That's it, girl, in you come. Gets in the net. I've never, in all my years of fishing, ever had a wild pike, non-trout water, that fat. What a fish. Good morning guys, Simon Gibson here, UK and Ireland Savage Gear Consultant. You're joining us today on the bank to well, hopefully get into some big pike in the shallow bays. Now it's almost the middle of March. The pike are going to be in the shallow water, getting ready to spawn, if not already started. It's quite dull today, so I'm hopeful that we will get into quite a few fish. Plan is to cast the likes of these Goby Shads and the 4D river roach and various other shads. Paddle tail is going to be what I'm going to be aiming with most of the day. That's my favourite. You will see this quite a lot today. It's been catching a lot of fish for me, and I'm confident that this is going to work. But yeah, hopefully we get a few fish. Stay tuned. Starting off with the 20cm Goby Shad in the spotted bullhead colour. I know from experience this particular place, there's a drop off right in front of me about 4 or 5 metres out. So it's important when you come to an area like this and you know that there's a drop off close, to always fish close to you first before casting halfway across the lake. And if you catch a fish out there, you're going to interrupt the swim. You want to try and catch as many fish as possible. Go in close, get the fish, go out a bit further each time. So we'll start off, as I said, reasonably close. So I have a 3 gram spike weight added to it. The water is still reasonably shallow in certain areas, so I don't want the bait going down too deep just yet, and that's the reason why. I'll also be able to give it a much slower presentation because the water's still reasonably cold. Water temperature checking I think was just above 6 degrees, 7 degrees maybe. So yeah, just need to take things nice and slow and see if they want this colour. Go first fish, and I think that was 3 casts maybe. Third cast, we're not blinking. Okay, thankfully the hooks came out on the net. I'll try and get that out of the way so we don't damage the fish. It's certainly no monster. Bit of a deformity on the chin as well. But it's a small fish, but it's mine. Get a look at the deformity. Doesn't seem to be bothering it. Still looks reasonably healthy, still feeding, which is always a good sign. We'll get it back and see if we can get a bigger one. So I've started off with as I said earlier on, the Goby and the spotted bullhead colour. Anybody that knows me or has been following me recently on social media will know that how much I love this lure. I've caught so many fish on it this last few months, it's slowly turned into probably my favourite lure at the minute. Super bait, and especially in clear water like this, the roll that comes off it is just absolutely amazing. The flash that gives in clear water as well, it's just unbelievable. Run out of superlatives to say about this lure, I really do, and hopefully in the next few hours you get to see just exactly what I'm talking about. I know that there's a drop off right in front of that weed bed. Usually always a fish or two that lays in there. I've also switched up onto the 23 centimeter Goby Shad, same colour obviously. I'm going to move down slightly, so give that maybe 20 minutes there, fan cast the whole way around it. One small fish, one follow and a couple of plucks, so they're active. That's a good sign. So we're going to give that bit of a swim a rest, move 15-20 feet down the bank and just keep doing that there, then try and cover as much water as possible, power fishing if you want to call it that, and see if we can get a bigger one. As I said, we've switched onto the bigger Goby Shad, onto the 23 centimeter, just to try and target more of the bigger fish and avoid some of the smaller ones. So one thing that's always important to do is to recast over where you were fishing from a previous swim. I've found that sometimes pike will be sitting in a certain position and you just can't activate them. Sometimes bringing the lure in across at a different angle can sometimes spark them into a take. Something so simple like that can make the difference if you catching and not catching on a hard day. And I've found that sometimes whenever I do that, it does pay off. So it's a small tip. Always give it a go. Okay, so things have went a bit quiet. We've covered pretty much this whole stretch with the Goby Shads in both sizes, 20 and 23 centimeters. So I'm thinking about going a bit smaller, trying something slightly different. Potentially these, the new Craft Cannibal Shads. Excellent little lure as well. Quite a broad profile to them, so they do push a bit of water. And the tail bobbles just something else. So we're going to give these a go. Sticking with the natural colours as the water's quite clear. I don't think bright colours is going to be the ticket today. So we'll stick with the natural colours and see if we can snag a few. So yeah, downsizing for a few casts. Let's see if we can hook into something. So we've moved around to the other side. We pretty much covered that full side with that much happening. Two small fish. Gobies, sticking with the gobies, 20 centimetre, and we're going to cover. There's a few nice shallow bays in here. Now obviously it is we're in mid-March now at the minute. Fish are going to be coming in here to start spawning soon. The plan is to try and intercept them on the way up. There's a drop off, maybe 5-6 foot up into 3 foot of water. So I'm going to cover the drop off and see if they can get any fish that's landing around that area. going back over an area that I've already fished, like I said to do, and literally third cast. A lot of small fish so far, but I know there's big ones in here, so we'll stick at it. First cast with the line through rattle perch, and the lure was almost as big as the fish. But yeah, the theme goes on, small fish, but we'll get it back and let's see if we can get a bigger one. I've had literally 2 casts with that perch bait, and you've seen the small fish, and then we lost one there just on the second cast. So we're getting a lot of interest on this new bait. Signs are good, so hopefully we can get something a bit decent. So that was a brand new bait, 1 fish ago. We've had 1 fish and 3 hits in the last 4 casts, but the only thing is we're not hooking them, so I'm going to have a look to see if there's something different or something similar with more hooks, or just need to change it up slightly because we're missing too many fish. Back to the Goby, 2 trebles. That's the better one. Slightly better fish this time. Putting a good bend in the rod. I haven't seen it yet, it just feels a bit heavier. Yeah. And a nicer one. Just need to be really careful because it's very, very weedy in front of me. There's quite a few snags, but this is a good fish. That's it, girl, in you come. Gets in the net. And that's a jam. Wow. Just have a look at that. That, folks, is a beast. Oh, look at that thing. Look at the gut in that. That fish has been feeding really, really well. Plan today into the shallow bays. The big yards are going to be coming in to spawn. We've caught 6 or 7 fish that altogether wouldn't be the size this thing is. But what a fish. Oh, over the moon. But yeah, we're going to get down hook side, we'll get her back in the net and let her recover, and then we'll get her weighed and get some pictures. 105 centimeters. I've never, in all my years of fishing, ever had a wild pike, non-trout water, that fat. That, look at it, 22.15 of pure solid Irish muscle. What a fish. What a fish on camera, on a lure, on what was probably a slow day. Oh, I can just about hold it. Oh, what a fish. Never ever had one as fat. Love it. $22.15. What a fish. Absolute submarine. Just cast back into the same spot where I had the big one, and literally a tiny guy has grabbed it. Now what he was doing in that same area as the big fish, I have no idea, because he had been doing it very quick. That was actually the third attempt at that fish. Third time's the charm. Third attempt at that one. He was just sitting in between two trees, right tight into the side. Literally 3 casts, 3 hits, and on the third time he took it. Slightly better fish, believe it or not, than what we had been getting. Bar the big one. And that's a wrap. What a day, what an end of the day, more to the point. The main focus today was to get into the shallow bays, hit the spawning bays before the pike start spawning. I'm not going to lie, I started to panic a wee bit. We were getting plenty of fish, a lot of hits, a lot of missed hits, and majority of the fish were that size. All of a sudden then, as you've seen, wow, still absolutely speechless. What a fish. One of my biggest ever fish on a lure, especially a non-trout water pike. What a fish. Just speechless, absolutely speechless. Yeah, rain's just about to start. We've probably about an hour daylight, so a bit of a track back to the car, so we're going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed today. Still over the moon with that fish. Really looking forward to seeing the pictures of it. But yeah, look, thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, Goby Shad is king.